Hi everyone, today is August 12th, 2019. It is 4:55 p.m., 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. I'm at the 71st Avenue Forest Hill Station. And I'm going to be exiting onto Queens Boulevard and 71st Avenue. I'll be doing a walk of Forest Hills Gardens and Forest Hill Stadium. Forest Hills Gardens is one of the oldest planned communities in Queens, and Forest Hill Stadium used to be the original home of the US Open before it moved to Flushing Meadows Corona Park. But now it is a music venue playing a lot of classic rock bands and other musical events. Okay, I've exited onto the street level. Behind me is Queens Boulevard. And this is 71st Avenue. It looks like 71st Avenue has been ripped up for resurfacing at a future date. This area, the 71st Avenue area, is a very important route for commuters. You have multiple bus lines arriving here, as well as the Long Island Railroad, and also the subway station, which has 4 train lines: the E, F, M, and R. I have done another walk of Forest Hills along Austin Street, if you'd like to see it. Austin Street is where most of the restaurants and hangout spots and shopping stores are in this neighborhood. But today I'm going to take you into the quieter section of the neighborhood. Yes.
On the LIR?
It's right straight ahead, 1 block, and then a left.
Somebody said to make a right though to get on it. No, make a
left.
left.
No. The station is up ahead to the left.
Oh wait, oh, the cheese shop.
I wonder why someone gave her those directions. The station's right here. But here's Boston Market. It's right here, the Long Island Railroad. She's too distracted. Anyway, the platform is on either side of the station. But I've just entered Station Square. This area kind of looks like I've been transported back into time. Just take a look at this beautiful architecture of all the buildings and the stonework. There are signs that say it's a private community. Here's Forest Hills Gardens. And I'm going to go into the station to show you what it looks like. Hey. So yeah, this is the main station where you get the Long Island Railroad going towards Long Island or to New York. That's Manhattan when I say New York. There's a train right now. Here's the platform for the Forest Hill station. Next train is leaving at 5:15 p.m. But Long Island Railroad is the region's commuter rail line. It doesn't arrive as frequently as the subway, nor does it stop at stations so closely together. The subway is more local, and the Long Island Railroad takes you further distances. It's really sunny out today. So I'm going to follow that sign that says this way to Forest Hill Stadium to show you the former tennis stadium, now turned into music venue. It's really quiet in this neighborhood. It's like no other neighborhood in Queens that I know of that's so close together. You know what, let me walk over to the other side of the street because I don't think it's a good view for the camera to be walking in the sun like that all the time. As I was saying, I think the only other community that comes close is Sunnyside Gardens. You can just see only one block in from the main street on Austin Street. It's just so quiet around here. That sounds like a diesel train. But anyway, Forest Hills Gardens is managed by a cooperative, the Forest Hills Gardens Corporation. The owners of property inside the Forest Hills Gardens need to pay monthly maintenance to live on those streets. Also, there's signs here. You can only park on these streets if you have a permit from the Forest Hills Gardens. So they're really strict on it as well. But basically this whole area is private streets. They maintain their own streets here, their own police department, I believe. And they even plant their own trees and do their own gardening. This is a tennis, these are a bunch of tennis courts. I believe they're called the West Side Fields. West Side Tennis Club, that's what it is. I just saw the logo. It's a reference to the area's past. It's too bad this green tarp is up. It makes it very hard to see inside the tennis court, but I know why they do it. That way the tennis balls don't go through the metal fence onto the street, and it makes it harder to retrieve the balls. To my left is a swimming pool. hear another train coming. That's one of the Long Island Railroad's electric trains. They carry the most capacity. But now I've reached the Forest Hill Stadium. This is an outdoor venue, and they feature a lot of music venues, like I've said before. I believe the band Lynyrd Skynyrd played one of their last concerts in this stadium. But back in the 60s, this stadium was very popular from hosting bands such as the Beatles and Barbra Streisand, Frank Sinatra, Jimi Hendrix, Diana Ross, the Rolling Stones, Bob Dylan, Talking Heads, and The Who. They all played in Forest Hill Stadium. Now this stadium's known more as kind of a lesser venue. Most big bands, they'll play in areas such as Madison Square Garden now and Barclays Center. But since this is an open venue, outdoor venue, a lot of the music can be heard right through this quiet residential neighborhood. So that's one of the main complaints from people who live around here, is they keep hearing this music all night. And it's not only the music either. Sometimes the crowds can get quite rowdy. But yeah, this is Forest Hill Stadium. A shame I can't actually enter into the stadium right now. I'm gonna have to do some acrobatics here to get onto these tree leaves. Just watch. This one I think I could pass under without my hair touching the leaves. Oh, I lost that. I just brushed the top of my head with the tree leaves. You know, I'm gonna walk on the other side of the street just because it's less sunny, and so I show you some of the homes around here. Oh, here's a nicer view of the stadium from the outside. Here's a home for sale. If anyone's interested, you can contact Inna Rubinov. Keep in mind that if you do come to live here, you may end up hearing a lot of noise from the stadium, as I stated before. Those are some really loud crickets. But I'm going to take you up Dartmouth Street to the rest of Forest Hills Gardens to show you how that is. They have some very nice Tudor homes inside. But in addition to Forest Hills Gardens, which I'm entering right now, you have the sign here warning private streets. The other communities inside Queens are Sunnyside Gardens and the Jackson Heights Historic District. But yeah, there's some really nice Tudor family homes here. A lot of old architecture that you won't see anywhere in New York City. Especially if you go into Manhattan, you'll see a lot of skyscrapers, glass and metal, but not too many fancy brick homes with bricks like these. I love the sign designs. Take a look at this, Herrick Avenue and Dartmouth Street. Very classy, elegant homes here. It's also very desirable to live here, and the real estate prices in Forest Hills Gardens are very expensive compared to other parts of the city. So I'm walking Dartmouth Street. It runs diagonally here back to Station Square. And then I'll take you into the main area of Forest Hills Gardens. It has some interesting names like Summer Street and Winter Street. I think there's another street called Seasongood Street. No, Seasongood Road. Puritan Avenue, Short Hill Road. So lots of cute names. So one moment you may see me walking in summer, and then I'll be walking in winter. But I'm going to confuse you because those are the names of the streets, not the seasons. Here's the intersection of Dartmouth Street with Tennis Place, in reference to the old tennis grounds. Looking down Tennis Place, very, very quiet street. But this building's very impressive. It's multiple stories actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories. This looks like a private playground and front garden, only for residents of these Hennis View apartments. So here I'm back at Station Square at the intersection of 71st Avenue. Here it's co-named Continental Avenue. Looks like I'm just in time for the 5:15 Long Island Railroad. People are just leaving the train now. But Continental Avenue also used to be the co-name of the subway station, which I exited out at the beginning of this video. Used to be called 71st Avenue, Continental Avenue. Now most signs read it as Forest Hill 71st Avenue. I just passed by the Forest Hills Inn. Here's Station Square with its grand clock. Psychologist is here. And here's Station Square from the rear. Now I'm walking into the main area of Forest Hills Gardens. So I'm actually going to look at the route where I'm going to walk because the street grid gets kind of confusing here. Actually, I should have walked that way. It didn't look like a street, but on Google Maps it says that it is. I'm still lost. I think I'm gonna go back to Station Square because I saw another street that went diagonal here, and I'd rather take that one rather than walking on the northern boundary of Forest Hills Gardens. So I'll take Greenway Terrace to Slocum Crescent to Standish Road and then to Seasongood Road, then down Ivy Close to Winter Street and Summer Street. All right, let's do it. So now I am on Greenway Terrace. It's a good thing there's modern technology. I could find my way around just with a map. Now we split off. There's Greenway Terrace and Greenway Terrace, but I'm gonna take the right Greenway Terrace. That's a big hole. It's just so nice and tranquil here. Some of these homes look like castles. This street's called Archway Place. It goes right underneath this building. Wow. I can just imagine some of you typing up comments. Oh my gosh, Action Kid got lost. Yes, sometimes I do get lost. I don't know every single block in the city, only the ones that I'm familiar with. This looks like a church, maybe? No, I don't think it's a church. It looks like one though, just based on the traditional design. Okay, now that looks like a church right there. Take a look at the stonework on this building. These homes easily are multi-million-dollar homes. I don't even want to imagine how much these homes cost. And that's if you can get the owners to sell. So I'm almost at the street where I'm about to turn a left at Slocum Crescent. At least there's a nice breeze out. This to my right, I'm reading on Google Maps, is the Ascension Church, the white building. And then this magnificent building right in front of me is a public school. Really impressive public school. It's PS 101Q. so quiet right now. Now this is Standish Road. Kind of rhymes with radish. I wonder what the meaning behind this name is. Maybe it was a person's name. There's the schoolyard. Two squirrels chasing after each other. It's a long driveway. So now I'm going to go straight. Standish Road, crossing over Ascan Avenue, becomes Seasongood Road. One thing of note though, just looking at the map on Google Maps, it's very hard to get out of this community once you're in it. The only two roads that cross over the railroad tracks are Ascan Avenue, which is the street I just passed, and 71st Avenue. Don't forget that it's co-named Continental Avenue when in Forest Hills Gardens. So those are the only two streets that take you back to Austin Street. So right now I'm feeling good about the seasons in Seasongood Road. And now I'm making a right on Ivy Close. Or maybe it's Ivy Close. I have no idea. This cute little archway is so nice. Just think how New York would be so much different if all the buildings were in this kind of style rather than the huge metal skyscrapers in the middle of Manhattan and Midtown. So now I'm out of Ivy Close, and this street is Winter Street. So I'm entering winter right now. It's about to get really cold. I'm feeling it now. The breeze is on Winter Street, everyone. I'm freezing. But on a serious note, this place would look so much different in the winter time. I'd like to make a journey to this area in the winter time. I can imagine all the snow covering on top of these roofs and on the streets would just look quite magical. Although I don't know how well the Forest Hills Gardens Corporation will handle the plowing of this area. It may be difficult to get around, but I shall see. So I'm about to pass Winter Street onto Summer Street. So here's Summer Street, everyone. I've passed Winter Street into Summer Street. I love the names of these streets in this neighborhood. Is there a Spring Street and Fall Street or Autumn Street? Let me look it up. There's a Greenway Street. And there's another street called Goodwood Road. I like the rhyming of that one. But I think I will make a right here and make my way back to Station Square. Or not even Station Square, I'll go to Ascan Avenue because I don't want to keep walking around in circles here. Here's Greenway South. This actually looks like one of the main streets for this area. Oh, this is such a shame. I see windows broken into in this home. There's 3 windows broken into. Although the first floor looks vacant though. Look at this cute little area, Fairway Close. Oh, those flowers look so beautiful. I think they're lilacs. Sounds like the Blue Jays are getting feisty. I actually love the different varieties of trees that I see here too. So here I am back to Ascan Avenue. I'm going to walk up Ascan Avenue to Queens Boulevard. Oh, looks like the sprinkler's spraying the other way instead of the lawn. Take a look at the stones on this building. Absolutely incredible. Here I'm back at Winter Street again. These homes are most likely all landmarked too, so people can't demolish them or make major modifications to the area. I don't know what kind of flowers these are. It looks like, well, I don't really know how to describe it. I was gonna say it looks like a rose, but when it's open like that, it doesn't really. Someone should give that kid a ticket for disturbing the peace in this area. Back to Seasongood Road. That's very interesting how that's a four-way stop sign, and doesn't even seem like there's enough room for two vehicles to pass each other with cars parking on one side like that. Those lilacs just smell so nice. Oh, here's Greenway North. I was wondering where Greenway North was because I walked on Greenway South. I saw a sign, this is called the Church in the Gardens. The Church in the Gardens pre-K classes. I like this nice little yellow house. Here's Burn Street, where I was before. I'm back at the Long Island Railroad. Take a look at this mural here. Very interesting. Here I'm back in the main area of Forest Hills, close to Austin Street. Jack and Nellie's, Michael's Bagels, King Walk Restaurant, SS Natural, Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins. And back there is a baked pastry shop, bakery and pastry shop. There's another church over there. Looks like that's a Japanese store, the ⁴ᴷ⁶⁷. I'm just about to pass by one of the best Italian restaurants in the neighborhood, the Portofino Italian restaurant. There's a church across the street. But anyway, this does it for this video, everybody. If you enjoyed it, give it a big like. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Be sure to ring that bell icon so you know when I'll be posting a new video. And I'll see you all next time.